Hello guys and welcome back. My name is Foxtrot and today you join me for another episode of What's Happening Wednesday. And today we are going to be talking about the 300 subscribers you have given this channel and how you guys have smashed it out of the park. We are also going to be talking about controllers and whether or not Xbox or PlayStation is better, so stay tuned for that. And finally guys, we're also going to be looking into how you can get your name into my next Minecraft video, so stay tuned to the very end to find out. So guys, going on to the topic of the day, we are looking at the gaming companies once again, and PlayStation seems to be making moves towards securing more exclusive titles with their purchase of Insomniac Games. Now, if you've not heard of Insomniac Games, where have you been for a start? But one of the most well-known game is Ratchet & Clank. Now, Ratchet & Clank is a fantastic game from the old school style of gaming. It's one of, I'd say it's a classic now. It really is. It's had its own movie and everything, which kind of ruined things a little bit for me, to be honest. It wasn't brilliant, it wasn't great, it's just one of those things. It seems very difficult to make a decent gaming movie. Now, this is really a match made in heaven because Sony and Insomniac Games have been going for a hell of a long time in terms of the games that they share, and they're kind of known, well, at least by me for the most part, but as being kind of interconnected with each other. They've never really separated as such, they've always kind of been one and the same. Now, in terms of the way in which most of the market's going at the moment, we've got a lot of exclusivity coming in. We've got Epic Games coming in with all their different exclusive titles, which they keep trying to pump out. They're trying to secure more and more of these development studios for their exclusive titles. And that seems to be the way that the gaming industry is going right now, which is somewhat of a shame, to be honest, because if you think about it, it puts more of the onus or difficulty on us as the actual players, who have to go out and purchase multiple different consoles in order to play the best games, as opposed to just being able to share the games among many consoles. But going on to that topic now, let me just show you what I've got here. So today we are talking a little bit about controllers. Now, this is my Xbox One controller, as you can see, in a lovely, lovely blue. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what I prefer in terms of Xbox over PlayStation, or PlayStation over Xbox, or even the Wii. In terms of the way in which controllers are going, they seem to have their still uniform status. PlayStation have stuck to their shape, Xbox have stuck to their shape, and the Wii, well, Nintendo, they're off in a corner smoking something illegal at the moment. I'm not quite sure what their controller mindset is. I mean, you had, what was it, the Thunderbird controller, the Thundercat controller, something like that, where it's sort of the free-winged shape. It was impossible to hold unless you had an additional hand coming out somewhere. But yeah, Nintendo's a bit weird when it comes to gaming controllers, to be honest. I think we can all agree on that. But in terms of gaming controllers from the main two, from Sony and Xbox, I've always edged myself more towards preferring the feel of Xbox. Don't get me wrong, PlayStation look amazing. They tend to have a bit higher quality chucked in there, I think. They feel a bit more solid as opposed to Xbox. You can kind of chuck them around a bit more and they don't tend to get as broken as easily. Whereas Xbox, I find, they just sit so nicely in the hand in comparison with the PlayStation controller, especially with that offset of the analog sticks, as you can see here. You've kind of got the movement button and the look button in different positions, which I think really does benefit the gameplays in some way. I mean, at least for me personally, it just feels right, whereas when I've gone out and used a PlayStation controller in the past, not just from having owned a PlayStation, I've owned both, but in terms of the feel of it, it always feels a little bit wrong with a PlayStation controller, because you've got the bumpers at the bottom, which always feel like they take that additional bit of thought before you switch over to the next one. And I find this most noticeable in driving games and things like that, especially in terms of using a trigger that has a sort of sensor to it. So in terms of, you've got the bumpers on the controllers, which feel fine normally, but then you've actually got the triggers in which they've got the little bit of movement in them in order to account for acceleration and braking and different like sort of extremes of a movement, which really do come over better with Xbox it just feels more natural in the hand, whereas whenever you use R2 or L2 on a PlayStation controller, it just feels a bit weird. I don't know why, it just does. Now, put down in the comments below your thoughts on the situation, but in terms of my number one choice for controller at the moment, I have to give it to Xbox. It's much more multifunctional. You can use it with computer as well. Not that I have done yet. I need to install Bluetooth on my device magically somehow. I just find it a lot more easy to get on with. It just seems a lot more user friendly. It's made by Microsoft, so they try and incorporate that into computer bits as well. The controller just feels a bit nicer, but in terms of the build quality, I'll give it to PlayStation, to be fair. They do put together very nice, very sturdy bits of kit. It's a bit like having a Ferrari versus a Lamborghini. Lamborghini being the Xbox controller, which is very silly and fast. You can throw it around and then it'll break in a couple of minutes. Whereas Ferrari, it's all about speed and precision and hitting the nail on the head, as it were. But yeah, that's that side of the news. So in terms of you guys have, again, amazed me. We have now gone past 300 subscribers and we are growing by the day. It just goes up and up and up and up and up, which is fantastic, and I can't thank you guys enough. So as a thank you, I am now going to be adding fans' names, supporters' names into my latest game of Minecraft. So do you know that enormously stupid llama I built and made it out of wood? Well, there was a purpose. It is going to be where we're going to put your names in the next gaming video. So if you want to get your name on this llama, all you have to do is like and put a decent comment down in the description below, and I will consider putting it on there. Hopefully we will get all of your names up there. So to round things up then, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Foxtrot, and if you've enjoyed today's video, hit that like button down below, smash that subscribe button, and hit that little bell notification icon, and you'll be notified every time I upload a video. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.